Let's move to the Western Cape now. The province stands to lose nearly 10 billion rand in funding from National Treasury if they don't increase their census count.
By not getting counted, it has very serious knock-on effects. The province, in fact, has the lowest number of census participants, and despite the Statistician General having extended the deadline to accommodate the Western Cape, just over 60% of households have been counted so far.
Well, if they don't reach at least 70% of people, it will affect their Treasury allocations. Counting is completed in the rest of the country. But here's Ayesha Ismail with that report.
With just over a week to go before the census deadline expires, Provincial Treasury is warning that funding equivalent to over 1,000 doctors or nearly 2,000 nurses and over 9,000 teachers could be lost. And service delivery in the Western Cape could suffer a major blow simply because residents won't participate in the census.
With this information, governments, businesses, NGOs, academics are able to understand the dynamics of the area, to identify what the needs of the area are, to plan, to fund budgets, implement projects that will really improve the lives of every single person in the province.
With the Western Cape lagging behind due to apathy and a staff shortage, about 2,000 field workers were brought in from other provinces to assist.
We did have approximately 40,000 people on our database. Part of the difficulty is that many of those people who wish to work for us were in certain areas of the province, and we struggled perhaps in the more suburban or slightly more affluent areas to get recruits.
Kelly says they called people to come for training, but less than a quarter responded.
Ultimately, we had to make a decision as to whether we're going to try to continue recruiting and not really being that successful, or rather spend our time actually collecting data with people that have been trained and are experienced in the census data collection.
But some have questioned the recruitment process and the bringing in of staff from other provinces.
They have been passed in, they have been transported, accommodated. The accommodation has been sorted out, as well as meals as such. And I mean, this is all at the cost of the taxpayers. I'm of the view that there's some politics involved, and it's a well politically orchestrated move at the cost of the unemployed youth of the Western Cape. There are 10 years to plan for the census.
Kelly says at the moment the census enumeration is being done solely by the Western Cape teams, and those brought in were only here for 2 weeks.
Because we don't have enough field workers, we have to use them in targeted areas, particularly more dense areas.
He's appealing to people to use the very simple online link to ensure they get counted. Ayesha Ismail, Cape Town.